What's going on, Goonies? I have something absolutely awesome to share with all of you, but more importantly, I have a couple recent insights that I want to talk about because I know they help my own trading, and I truly believe all of you traders watching this video right now will also benefit. Or to put that another way, I want to talk about the top 3 mistakes new traders make and how to easily fix them. If you've been watching my recent series where I share my prop trading successes and failures and everything in between, you know that from the start of December up until about late February, it was going well, just climbing and climbing and climbing, and it seemed like I could do no wrong. And then I did a lot wrong. In fact, you guys know that in one singular day, I took a $440,000 loss, and it was absolutely brutal. Not only is that a big financial hit, but obviously you could imagine what that does to your psychology. So on the screen, you can see exactly where that happened. I was climbing. I was crushing it in the accounts, and then right around early to mid-February, I took a huge hit. And actually from there, it actually got a little bit worse over the next couple of trading days. I kind of forgot to share that. But clearly, from an equity drawdown perspective, I got demolished. And look at this. You could just see one day, massive FU red bar, completely destroyed. But since then, I want to talk about this recovery, and this is why I'm filming the video at this exact point. As you can see that the equity curve is now at a new all-time high. Did it take a while? Of course it did. Was it a brutal fight day in and day out with a lot of negative self-talk? Of course it was. But here, I want to show you what doubling down on some basic trading axioms can really do, because right there, finally clocking it back in where I should have been this entire time. So let's kick this off with the obvious premise. The goal of trading is to make money. And I get it, especially in the new age of social media. A lot of people make it seem incredibly easy, but surprise, surprise, it absolutely isn't. You know this if you've traded at all, that things kind of go well until they don't. And when they go bad very, very quickly. So what I really want to get into here are the 3 exact things that right away you're probably going to be identifying at some point in your own trading career and how to easily fix them. All right, first up, over leveraging like an absolute lunatic. We've all been there. I've been there, you've been there, your grandma's been there. We all see a perfect setup, what we believe to be a perfect setup. And even though you've been disciplined for a bit, you think, man, this is the opportunity. You're going to 2x your normal size, 5x, 10x. Maybe you're going to go the whole account, and at first it goes your way. Maybe you even make money on the trade. But that type of trading works until it doesn't. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. Like I said, I've done it. I'm sure that you've done it. But what's going on here with over leveraging is you think, okay, this is the time to make money. But really, what trading is, and I swear on this, the people who make money are focusing on the other side. They're more so focusing on how bad things can get when it inevitably does go bad. You have to think of this truly as a marathon. No singular winning trade is going to make you, but a singular losing trade can definitely break you. I tend to use the metaphor of playing poker, but when you're dealt pocket aces, the best starting hand when you're playing Texas Hold'em, yes, you're most likely going to win, but it is not a guarantee. So because of variance, because of that small statistical likelihood that it could go awry, you always have to pay attention to your trading. Remember, it always comes back to what I just said. No singular trade is going to make you, but a singular trade can break you. So whenever you are figuring out your own bet sizing, assume that yes, it's gonna go wrong and work off of that case. As an active trader, your goal is to protect your downside and let the winners take care of themselves. Or to put that another way, and this does relate to rule number 2, is you need to survive in this game. The people who make money in trading are the people who survive long enough to trade, i.e. you can never be putting yourself into a D-Day scenario where you lose your entire account. And in reality, that's the perfect setup for the second rule, no stop loss. Because it will come back. I'm just giving it a little bit more time. Spoiler for those of you who haven't seen the movie, it's not coming back. It doesn't matter how intently you're staring at the chart, if you're praying to the market gods, or even if you're whispering sweet nothings to your screen, if your trade is beyond the stop, beyond the risk, beyond where you know you should be getting out, it's not coming back. It got yeeted to the shadow realm. and I've been guilty of this, we all end up saying something along the lines of,
nah, it'll be fine, I'll average down, it's gonna come back.
and maybe it does, but you know who else who's mainly saying that? Every single person who's blown an account. It's not hedging, it's not market intuition, it's doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on bad decisions. In fact, there's been numerous studies done on this. The people who are truly profitable in the marathon that is trading, they're never averaging into losing. They're averaging into winning. As things go up, they put more into it and they continue to ride the trend. There's one telltale aspect of a profitable trader, one commonality, if you will, and it's the fact that when they have a loss, they cut it quickly and move on to the next one. I know that when you're trading, you want every single trade to be a green one, but remember, your job is to manage the portfolio, the whole thing. One individual trade, if it's at your risk, if you don't like it, you gotta get out. You can't let a bad situation become a destructive situation. You gotta stop treating trading as some sort of hostage negotiation. Set a damn stop loss. If you don't, the market will for you, and that's gonna be at $0. There's no shame whatsoever in taking a small loss. You wanna know the real shame? It's when you have a know-nothing position that you didn't really care anything about, and then all of a sudden it drops and you think, oh, it's gonna come back, oh, it's gonna come back, oh, it's gonna come back, and it doesn't, and then that position you really didn't even care about anyway is the one that ends up blowing everything up for you. What you need to do is create and honor a contract with yourself. Whenever you put on any trade, don't just say, yeah, I know where I'm roughly going to get out. Actually put that order up on the chart. Put it into your brokerage to keep yourself accountable. When I had those huge drawdowns in my account, not only was I breaking rule number 1 when I was over leveraging, going from 1 to 3 to 5 to 10 contracts, but I also had no stop. I had all the levels where I thought I was going to get out, and I said, oh man, if we get all the way down to there, of course I'm going to cut it. And then I didn't because I didn't want to admit I was wrong. I'm telling you this, I am promising you this, even though it hurts in the short term, it's easier to survive this paper cut than basically stepping on a grenade. And finally, major mistake number 3, chasing every single move. I don't know what in the world is going on in the current state of trading, but I see so many retail traders, so many new traders chasing every single trade like they just snorted a shot of espresso. They see a green candle, so they buy, then they see a red candle, so they short, and before you know it, they get whipsawed all day, then they're confused, broke, and at the end of the day, it feels like they were in some sort of tennis match. Here's the thing, and it definitely happens more so with new traders, but there's this idea that you have to be involved in everything. Whether it's the overall market breaking out, a penny stock, a crypto, you feel as if you're leaving money on the table. And like I said, I've been there. Every single rule and mistake we're talking about in this video, I've broken more times than you can count. So I really get that. You feel it's FOMO. You feel like you're going to miss out on that next best thing. And that's the one trade that's going to automatically bring your P&L to the green for whatever time period you care about, the day, the week, the month. But I'm telling you, trading is weird in the sense that less is more. In my own trading, there's a direct correlation between the amount of times I trade and my losing days. As in, the more I'm trading any day, how many trades I'm getting into, there's a far better chance of me being red on the day. I've seen my own data, and it's at the point where my favorite days are when I just take 1 or 2 trades. In reality, I love taking my one trade, the setup that I was preparing for, I execute on it, and then I move on with my life. It is so incredibly frustrating being in one of those situations where you studied, you prepped, you execute that trade, and you're happy. Your account's green, you did exactly what you could. And then all of a sudden you're like,
This other thing's moving. I hear people talking about this.
and then you get into trades that you really had no business being in, and then you give back all the gains on that first trade and then some. Unfortunately, at least that's what I did a lot. It's so silly. And I know that it's easy to identify it in yourself, but I think it's a little bit of a different level to be like, okay, this is my exact goal. And if you've seen the live show at all, you know one of my favorite things to do is as soon as I hit my trade, I shut it down. I literally have to protect myself for myself in that manner by closing out the program to not just do these silly boredom trades. Or maybe to put that a little bit more succinctly, if you're considering a trade that you weren't already planning out, scoping out for a while, what business do you have doing that? This is a game of small base hits with well-respected risk time and time again. It is far better to miss out on an amazing trade that you're hitting yourself saying,
Man, I thought it looked good, I should have done it,
rather than actually getting into a trade that ends up becoming disastrous. The market doesn't care about you, your dreams, your aspirations, your rent, your bills. It is an emotionless creature, and if you are trading on this kind of tilted psychology, you're gonna get taken to the wood chipper. Stop over leveraging, start trading with a stop that you're actually going to honor, and don't get worried about catching every single move in every single market. Basically, trade smart, stop being reckless, and maybe, just maybe, you'll then be on the pathway of being consistently profitable. I know that these mistakes and how to fix them might seem evident and obvious, but trust me, in the heat of the moment, they are easily forgotten. So do whatever you need to. Write them down, memorize them, tattoo them to the inside of your eyeballs. I really don't care, but this needs to be something on the forefront of your mind every single time you are engaging in the market. With that being said, I truly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and let me know what your favorite trading rule is for yourself in a comment below. I'm talking that one thing that's really been helping you out. I would love to know what you guys are doing to make the world of trading a little bit more profitable for yourself. That's what I have for you now. I'll catch you in the next one.